Welcome back to my channel, Form 4 Physics, topic Heat, lesson 15. We continue with the structure questions. The following figure shows a car radiator. The function of a car radiator is to remove heat from the engine of the car. Give one reason why water is used as the cooling agent in the car radiator. Here we have some keywords. First is water, cooling agent, and car radiator. And they're asking the reason. As usual, we collect. They're asking the reason why water is used as a cooling agent in the car radiator. The car releases a high amount of heat energy. The car, specifically the engine of the car, it releases high amount of heat energy. So this energy must be removed. That is why we have a cooling agent. The function of a cooling agent is absorb heat. It must absorb heat from the car engine. And since it is involving heat, I'm using the formula Q equals to mc theta. I made C as the subject, and we know that from physics previous lesson, from formula we can get the factors up and up is proportional, up and down is inverse. So in order to absorb a lot of heat from that car engine, for the heat to be high, the value of C must be high. At the same time, the substance that absorbs the heat must have a small rise in temperature. The change in temperature must be small. So this water is a substance that has a very high value of specific heat capacity. So high value of specific heat capacity, it can absorb a lot of heat. At the same time, the rise in temperature of the water is small. So our answer, water is used because it has high specific heat capacity. If you want to add, you also can add. It can absorb a lot of heat and the rise in temperature of the water is small. Next, our second part of the question. Based on the figure above, explain how the car radiator works as a car engine cooling system. Basically how it works. Based on the figure, explain how the car radiator works as a car engine cooling system. First of all, remember we are using water. So low temperature water is pumped into the engine cylinder. Low temperature water, cold water, pumped to the engine cylinder. And this water, being a very good cooling agent with a high value of C, it absorbs the heat energy from engine. Now once it absorbs the heat energy from the engine temperature will decrease. So the engine will cool down. So now, after the water has absorbed the heat, the temperature of the water have increased. Okay? Temperature of engine decrease. So water absorbs heat from the engine. Its water temperature increase. The hot water now will flow through the radiator cooling fins. This is a component of it, like sharp objects. The radiator fan, there is a fan in the radiator. The radiator fan and the cooling fins will remove the heat energy from the hot water to the surrounding. Now once the heat is removed from the water will cool back down, and again the water cools down and the whole process repeats. So that is the answer for B. Next, we look at C. C is basically a straightforward question. How much heat is needed to raise the temperature of a 2 kg water from 30 degrees initial temperature to 80 degrees final temperature? Specific heat capacity of the water given 4200. It's a straightforward question, but we will still do our step 1. They are asking heat, mass 2 kg, initial temperature 30, final temperature 80, and we have given the value of C. Using the formula Q equals to mc theta, we substitute the mass 2 kg, the C 4200, and the change in temperature is the bigger temperature minus the smaller temperature. So use your calculator, you will get 420,000 joule. You can change it to kilojoule also. So that would be, if you change it to kilojoule, that would be 420 kJ. You can leave it in that form also. Now we look at C, second part. 2 kg of water at temperature 30. So this one, 2 kg of water at temperature 30, initial temperature, is mixed with 1 kg of water at temperature 60. So now we have two substances. Both are water, but at different initial temperature. We are mixed together. Calculate the final temperature of the mixed water. Again, so I draw two boxes representing the two water. The first part, I put M1 2 kg, initial temperature 30, combined with the other water of mass of 1 kg, initial temperature 60. Now keep in mind, the heat travel from the high temperature 60 to the low temperature 30. So heat is coming out from water 2 to water 1. If this heat is coming out from the water 2, this initial temperature 60 will decrease because temperature coming up. So the initial temperature 60 will decrease to become final temperature, which is lower than the initial 60. And since heat is entering object 1 or water 1, this initial temperature will increase to the final temperature, which is higher than the 30 initial. So want to find the final temperature. Heat coming out from water 2, same as heat coming out from water, same as the heat entering water 1. Heat coming out from 2 equals heat entering 1. So each of these, we substitute the formula M1C, both water same. So I can cancel the C because both is the same type of liquid water. M1. Now for theta 1, must be careful. The change in temperature of 1, it must be bigger minus smaller. For 1, the higher or bigger is final. So final minus 30. If you see here, it is final minus 30. For the second one, the 60 decrease to final lower. So here 60 minus, the bigger 60 minus the final. 60 minus final. Please don't get confused. For the first one, the final was higher, so the initial was lower because this temperature increased to final. For the second one, initial decreased to lower, so initial was higher and the final was lower. That is very important. You always take the higher minus the lower. So substitute the mass 2 and 1. This is simple calculation. Expand both sides. Solve it. We will get the final temperature 40. So that is the answer for C, second part. Now we look at the last part of this question. D. The following figure shows a pan used for cooking. And the following table shows some properties of the pans that have been suggested for cooking. When we look at the table, in this table we are given 4 different types of pan with their density, specific heat capacity, the type of surface, and the material of the handle. Based on the above table, describe the characteristics of the suitable pan for cooking. Then make your choice and state the reasons. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4. We look at density first. Of course, density must low so that it is light and easy to carry and move while cooking. So the density of the pan must be low, so it is light, easy to carry and move it while cooking. Next was the specific heat capacity. It must be low value so that it can absorb less heat for high rise in temperature. If you remember, as I said earlier, C equals to Q equals to over m theta. Up and up is proportional, up and down is inverse. So we want a substance that only absorbs little heat. We want it to be, it only needs to absorb a little heat, but the rise in temperature must be high. It becomes hot fast. So therefore up and up proportional, the C must be low. At the same time, if the rise in temperature is high, the C must be low. So the C low has two significance. It absorbs little heat only, but the rise in temperature is high. It becomes hot fast. So specific heat capacity must be low. It can absorb less heat for high change in temperature. It becomes hot faster. And the type of surface, of course, dark. This you learn in your Form 1, Form 2, Form 3 science. Because dark surface, good absorber of heat. Dark surface, good absorber of heat. So easy to absorb heat. And finally, the material of the handle, of course, must be an insulator. Rubber. So it is a heat insulator. And the heat does not flow to the hand. Okay? So the handle, because we are going to touch the handle, so it must be an insulator. So heat does not flow through the hand. And another thing, from the formula C equals to Q over m theta, insulator C must be high value so that the rise in temperature is small. Any insulator, C value high. Conductor, C value low. Okay? So if you're using a rubber where the value of C is high, the rise in temperature is small, it doesn't become hot. So when it doesn't become hot, you still can touch the handle. Question number 4, I will do on the next lesson. Thank you.